let's set the stage that, some type of security monitoring application produced a ticket or an alert like we see here that basically says, hey, here's an automatically created ticket. We've got a potential insider threat detected by our tool. Resolve, can you intercept the ticket and start investigating, and then ultimately even contain the threat? So I've actually RDP'd over to our our affected host here. And I've got, of course, my evil hacker application running. So I today am the insider who is threatening the security of the organization. And what we are going to do is go ahead and submit this ticket so that Resolve will pick it up. And when we do, a workflow is going to be triggered, and it's going to carry out a number of steps, things that, again, a human being would normally have to do, swivel chairing into a whole bunch of different systems. We can see already here that ticket's been changed to active, and the workflow is getting to work. And as the metrics and data points are gathered, they're going to be posted back to our ticket in real time. And we can actually see here in that audit trail view the live play-by-play of everything the automation's doing. And just to give a little bit of color, right, a little bit of a background explanation into what all that is, we're going to be doing things like looking at the actual operating system build details, right, presence of antivirus software on that machine, a list of all installed packages, a list of running services, a list of running processes along with who owns them, CPU utilization metrics, RAM memory utilization metrics, open TCP connections, active network adapters, anything that could be relevant for somebody who needs to investigate this issue. And now that we're just about at the end of that data gathering, our last step here, I believe, being to gather the Windows event logs, the security logs, we're actually going to have those spreadsheets, as we can see, uploaded in real time to the ticket. And then after all of those report spreadsheets are uploaded, a high-level snapshot report of everything is going to be presented to me, right? The human operator here. Quick system overview, right? The fully qualified domain name, the OS build, the CPU utilization, et cetera, like I described before. Hold on just a moment. Mike, I'm going to have to just take a quick pause. I'm sorry. Something in
the demo god strike again.
Yes, this is how you know it's all real, though, because everything in the SE lab is 100% live. All of these demos are really, really happening. So we're going to start over here.
I was going to blame it on ServiceNow, but
yeah, we could blame it on ServiceNow. Hold on a moment.
Sorry, ServiceNow fans. Right, that's one thing that I think. Right, although we're showing our demos today and integrating with ServiceNow, right? That's just what we're using for an ITSM system, right? None of this is reliant on ServiceNow. It's really just serving as our source of our main system of record, right? Not even really our source of truth. So
yes,
all of this can happen outside of ServiceNow. If you're moving between ITSM vendors or really any other tools, your automation stays in place. You can just really plug and play.
Absolutely. You can even leverage things like integration with Slack or Microsoft Teams to present that data back to somebody and let them have this interaction. We're just choosing to use ServiceNow here. All right, we should be ready in just a moment. I'm sorry, everybody, but this is part of the fun. This is part of the fun of sales engineering. Especially, it lets you know that none of this is just staged. It's all really happening. Although it does beg the question. Maybe next time, should I stage it? I don't know. I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
We'll deal with you later, Derek.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to start it over, but all I'm gonna do to do that here is just mark the ticket as new. Let all of that info gathering happen again. And
So the system picked up on that, right? So you marked it as new, and so Resolve picked up that something changed, and that triggered it to run.
exactly. And it's a good
Nice.
point to bring up here too, since we've got some air to fill, right? When we think about trigger conditions inside of Resolve, right? The uh, the platform is designed so you can create your own trigger conditions and basically only execute an automation when a very specific scenario occurs. So what we'll do here is we'll go ahead and follow the advice of the overview. Basically, it's letting us know it found all this information, gives us these report spreadsheets. So let's just open up one of these as an example, right? Like process list. Go ahead and save this guy, open it up. Let Excel spreadsheet open. So just as an example, right? Gathering all of that information from the system, the running process, how long it's been running, its PID, the description, who actually owns it, all that stuff. And it's pretty self-explanatory, right? All of these reports that it's gathered. So now that it's actually gathered all that information, me as a human being, I can assess this. If you look at the bottom, we actually have some options here for how we can automatically contain this threat. It lets us know that we can create a change request from this ticket, and it will do the following: send a warning message to the suspected user, terminate their remote session, disable their AD account, and disable the network adapter on the infected host. So I'll go ahead and do that. I will create a change request from this ticket. And now here's our change request, linked back to that parent incident. Resolve will pick up on it, and we'll start populating our notes here, letting us know that it is getting to work. And then we'll actually watch as all of those things happen. So I'll pull the RDP session back up. Oh, your session is being terminated due to suspicious activity. Now, if you ask me, the customer who set this up shouldn't even have given them the warning. Just boot them. But we can see here the RDP session is ended. If we try to come back into the session, if we go down to these change tasks, we'll see that first it's actually going to just lock my AD account altogether. So once that task is complete, we'll know, hey, oh, there it is, complete. Hey, we can't even log into this account no matter what. All right. Just not working. And it's actually going to take the network adapter and disable it. So if we go ahead and refresh, that's already happened. So this box is completely offline and can now be, safely quarantined, isolated, and therefore, mitigate any future risk. So all of these change tasks were automatically created, right? Resolve filled them in, gave all the pertinent details, the session ID that was killed, the user that was disabled. The change request is automatically closed out. And if we go back to the parent incident, that will be closed out as well. And here it is, marked as closed complete. And that's just one example with just a minor technical interruption on how Resolve can be used for security-centric use cases. In this example, an insider threat containment.